All right, ladies and gentlemen, cuties, guys, girls, I don't know who else is listening, but we are back with another session with Now in Session. We're back here with a childhood friend of mine that we grew up, man, in the projects. This is T. The Man Heng, but he never got to the man part. So tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
A little bit about myself? Okay, yeah. I mean, I grew up in Fresno with y'all. We all went to the same high school together. We did our thing. So, now I'm back here visiting for 2 weeks. And
For
what? Well, I came here for the high school reunion.
How many years?
20 years.
There you go.
20 years.
Oh,
wait, what school? What school?
Duncan Polytechnical High School.
Shout out Duncan Poly.
Yeah.
2002. You hear
Class
that,
of
Henry?
02.
2002.
2002.
That's crazy, right? We got here. We're here right now. 20 years. It's crazy.
Nuts.
So people just don't know that T, aka Titty, Timothy.
Ooh, we went back.
Yeah, I'm bringing it back. That's his
That's your
nickname.
nickname back then?
Titty.
Yeah.
Titty?
Titty was him. He only called me Titty.
He called you Titty.
He only called me Titty. It was Timothy in high school because everybody,
Am I the only one to call you T?
No, everybody call him Ty. Ty.
Yeah.
Ty.
I'll know
Ty
if you
Heng.
don't know me. If you say, "Hey, what's up, Ty?" I'm like, "You're not my friend." That kind of like helps it out. Like when people say, "Hey, nice to meet you, Ty," I was like, "Oh, you saw me on Facebook. We were friends on Facebook only, but you don't know me as T. You know what I mean? You can tell."
Mm-hmm. So now you're coming back for 2 weeks.
Right.
Where are you at right now?
What do you mean where I'm at right now?
Yeah,
Where you living?
man?
Where you living?
Where you live? What do you do? Where do you live? What do you do?
I live in Duluth, Georgia, which is the outside of Atlanta. So it's about 20 minutes away from Atlanta.
So why Georgia?
Why Georgia?
Yeah, why you moved there?
I'm be honest with you, it's just
Because the peaches are better in Georgia.
Oh. Peaches are nice in Georgia.
We're talking about fruit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You seen that Justin Bieber song? Was it Peaches in Georgia? Yeah. So
So is it true?
yeah, no.
No, yeah, no. You can't say yes and then no.
Peaches are good anywhere. As long as there's
Good answer.
As long as there's a ripe.
We're still talking about fruit, right?
Yeah, you don't like peaches?
I love peaches, bro.
Especially with a little bit of fuzz.
He likes watermelons.
Ooh, oh yeah.
Watermelon.
That watermelon's good, yo.
Peaches, man, it's sweet.
But yeah, going back to what he said, why Georgia? To be honest, it's anywhere but Fresno. I wanted to leave Fresno. I never wanted to be here, even though I like the friendship's great here, but for me, the city was like holding me down, trying to do something different with my life. Because we all knew it. Like when I was working, going to school, us two, we actually tried. Us three right here, we tried to start our own business. Remember that?
Right.
It was CTT service. Remember how we did that for a little bit?
Right.
What are the services you provide?
Everything.
Everything.
That was
Whatever we could sell, bro. That's
We're
what
a
we
one-stop
do.
shop.
the way it started was
1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch.
Hey.
I got you, Toby.
I like it.
I gotta be 1 inch,
Time out. It comes out to 6 inches though.
and that's all they need.
You gotta take turns.
I gotta go first though.
Yeah. You gotta go first.
It's
That's because you don't feel anything.
No, it's a warm-up.
Warm up first, and then it progresses. It progresses.
Oh, you
right?
prime it. Got it.
Yeah.
So
Got it.
one day I got off of work and I was like, man, Charles, I want to do something. So I called Charles up and I said, let's talk to Toby and let's try to do a business. And remember the first thing we started out was we're trying to do like a vending machine.
Right.
So we bought a
gumball machine.
And like, let's do it. Do you still have the gumball machine?
No, man, I don't know if I have it or not, man. I'm like, man, this shit ain't going nowhere. I fucking toss that shit, you know?
Damn, how much did we spend on that?
Like $50 or something. It was nice.
It was.
But we were trying to do our thing. We went from
Right.
the gumball machine. We went to trying to do POS system.
Right,
And we were trying to
right,
sell POS system. And then we ended up doing IT service.
Right,
Remember, we
right,
did that
right.
for a little bit. We got a little money. We got a little chump change.
Yeah, we didn't know what we wanted to do at that time, you know, because we just knew we didn't want to work for anybody, right?
Exactly,
We just
dude.
knew, like, you know what, man, we didn't want to limit ourselves, and so we kind of like, you know what, let's put our brain together. At that time, we were young, man, so we didn't know where to
How
go.
old
How old were we?
Dude, we were like out of
20?
high school, dude.
No, we were
early
like 20,
20s, yeah.
25 or so.
25?
25.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
I thought it was younger than
no,
that.
not 25.
Yeah, because I barely graduated college. at 2010. I have pretty good memory, dude. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he remembers where he met each of us. So
I remember everything about a lot of things. 'Cause my
You
job,
remember how you met each of us?
Yeah, exactly.
Tell us a little
How-
bit.
how'd
Fire
you meet
round.
Sam?
Go ahead.
How'd I
Tell
meet
us.
Sam?
Fire it
How?
off,
Each
bro.
one of us.
Oh, okay, Sam. We went to the same elementary school. That's how I knew Sam, right? So one day,
What grade?
I don't remember the grade though.
Third grade.
Third grade.
Man,
He remembers the grade.
he's
So he
grown
went to
up.
grade. Yeah, we went to Erickson together in third grade. Okay, and then it was New Year's. We're at the tempo. So
Oh,
I
my
met
God.
I met this fool at the.
You remember now? It triggers something. I just seen you.
I see Sam getting like a little upset right now. What
He
happened?
started
What
rubbing
happened?
his belly. He started rubbing his titties.
So basically, right? So we ran to each other at the temple. Oh shit, what's up? What's up? We said hi, and then and we're in front of a vendor who sells toys. This fool-
Marbles.
It's marble. This fool's like
Marbles?
He tapped me. Hey, check it out, T. He looked around, right? I'm looking at him. What are you doing? What are you doing? he takes his hand. He pushed over the marble down, fell to the ground, and he looks down. Oh, he picked it up and got up and just walked off. And then I was like, what the heck? And I went to him. He's like, let's go play marbles.
Little thieves over here.
This boy was stealing stuff at the temple and the vendors. I was like, come on, bro.
Oh shit!
You're not
Yeah.
scared of karma or nothing, huh?
I don't know,
I
but
guess not.
he stole that.
Because
Hey,
karma hasn't hit me yet, so it's coming.
oh, you very careful. with that.
Man, you act like you didn't steal nothing when you were. a
I
kid?
didn't say I didn't. I'm just saying. I think
that's how you met.
No, he said,
That's how we
well,
met.
I wouldn't steal at
Yeah,
the
but you
temple,
making,
though.
you making my BFF here look bad, bro.
Hey.
Tell us about your first thing that you
Yeah.
stole.
Wait.
No, to go
Still-
back. How you met? You met him at
Yeah.
the temple, right?
Yeah, he stole the marble.
That's what he.
How do you meet Charles?
How me, Charles? Charles kind of like we're just chilling at Duncan, right? And then I think like freshman year,
Dude, I don't remember how we met.
we were all in a group together. We were like freshman year. All the guys met each other. We started this thing called DPC, right? Duncan,
What is his name? Yeah.
Duncan Porno Crew. I remember
DPC, bro.
and then Sophie, Lucky. It was
You
like
seen that picture I posted up
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the thing? It
Yeah.
was us in the tree. Marty was in the tree.
Oh,
That's the
my
DPC
God.
entry.
that was the DPCC, right? Charles, were you in that picture?
Of course
yeah,
I
he was
was.
in the picture.
I was in that picture.
Dude,
And I didn't even watch porn.
I had hair and mustache, and I was like
You did?
100 pounds skinnier back then.
Where were you standing? I was trying to find it.
I just think like the far left. I
Who's the
forgot-
handsome one out of all of us, bro?
Oh, Mia, the guy in front.
Man,
No, time out.
No, bro, I don't know what you were looking at in that picture, but Charles was the handsome one. He was like, hey.
Charles was a good looking one.
He was.
Dude,
Not
no,
that
we,
the hand.
we
You
were,
can't,
we
you
were all
can't even
dark
see
in
me
there.
in the shadows,
Oh, sorry.
man. You can't even see me.
Man, you could have lightened that picture up before you
I
posted
know.
it up.
Dude, I don't know what I found it in a you know, one of those pencil box.
Yeah.
Because
What do you mean, a
Victoria
shoebox?
yeah, no, it was a pencil box. You know those pencil box where you put all the pencils. color pencils.
have a
Okay,
pencil box.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I use a shoebox for all my photos.
All your photos.
Yeah.
You still keep them?
I still have them under my bed.
I had to go search for it underneath a bunch of stuff, man.
Dude,
but
I
I,
have-
kept all that stuff.
My box has like a bunch of photos from girls in high school,
From
in middle
girls?
school, high school. Yeah, a lot of girls give you pictures. They write on it and they give you like keep in touch.
From
XOXO.
Q Studio?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you know how it
Hey.
is.
I don't have many pictures, but one picture I do have is with T and Sam Ning with that big old color pencil
don't-
holding it in the Q studio. Like, bro, what
That's like fair pose.
And they came and go, here, Charles, this is a picture of us. I looked at it, I'm like, what the fuck are you giving me this picture for?
You kept it.
No,
Like,
like,
oh, you didn't keep it.
No, you still have it, right?
no, I don't.
So you met Charles freshman year?
Freshman year, and we were just chilling, and we just started laughing and
Yeah,
start joking
yeah,
around. So
yeah.
Charles was whatever, and then I met you at the same time, around the same time too.
Freshman year too?
Freshman
I
year
don't
too. We
remember,
all
man.
met each other freshman year.
I don't remember meeting you at all in freshman year. I thought I met you like sophomore year or something.
No, freshman year, bro, because
Freshman
we were
year?
all chilling in front of the gym,
Yeah.
and the way it works is those guys were talking, and me and you were standing each other. You turn and look at me, and you go, "Want to talk to girls?" I was like, "Let's go!" And then we walked off, and we went to go. Talk
That's
to
the
girls.
first thing I said to you.
Yeah, that's the first thing you said to me.
No way.
You turn and look at me. Want to talk to girls like that? You get a smirk. Want to talk to girls? I was like, "Let's go."
That smirk.
Yeah, you know that your smirk that you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
this smirk
right
right
there.
here.
You want to talk to girls?
He got
alright.
excited, like, hey,
Oh,
I need a wingman.
Yeah,
I was like,
real.
"Let's go."
and then,
Let's go.
and that's where Titty started.
That-
When did the whole Titty
I don't know.
nickname
It's just-
start?
I remember he had his shirt off, and he has a nipple that looked like a penny. I go, dude, hey, why your nipples look like that?
Oh yeah. My nipples are the size of a penny. I'm not sure about now, but back then it was the size of a
Yeah,
penny.
and now it's
It's
sausages.
like a quarter now.
It only gets bigger over time. You know what I'm saying? It only gets bigger over time.
going
you know?
going back to the question Charles asked you, man. You know, why Georgia? You know,
Georgia was just the only reason why we went there because I was with Laura for a while, and then her sister lived in Georgia. Laura and Jacob, my son, went to visit Georgia first
right?
for a summer, and then Laura was like, "Hey, let's just move." I was like, screw it. Because the reason why we moved was, we moved out on our own, lived in an apartment next to Charles, right? And I had a job, and it was just basically just meeting ends meet. Like money coming in, money going out.
You had nothing to lose. Right?
Yeah, just friendship.
Right.
The hardest part was leaving was family and friendship, because I'm going to Georgia, a complete different world from Cali and Fresno, and just not knowing anything. I mean, I've been to Georgia a couple times to visit, but this time it's actually making the move. So Laura and Jacob they're in Georgia, right? So I'm like, okay, I guess I gotta move all the stuff myself, huh? So the last 2 weeks, I sold stuff. I donated stuff. I sold my car and everything. And I mailed a bunch of stuff. I put everything in boxes, shipped it over to Georgia. And I was like, screw it, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go.
Were you scared, like making that transition? I mean, when you came to the conclusion.
So I'm gonna add on
a little bit of fear.
I'm gonna add on to Toby. How bad was the culture shock when you moved there?
I'll be honest with you, it didn't hit me right away. But at first I did struggle. I actually missed Cali a lot. I compared Cali to everything. Hey, Cali, we got better this. Cali, we got better that. What the heck? You don't sell alcohol on Sunday? What the heck? At first,
like Sam said, you went for the peaches, huh?
Yeah.
The peaches.
Peaches every day.
He told us not to talk about it. And then he talks about peaches.
We talking about peaches.
We're talking about peaches.
Peaches, bro. What are you talking about?
You eat peaches every day? Peaches and cream?
Just peaches.
We're talking about peaches, bro. What are you
What's
talking
Sam
about?
doing right now? It's
know,
peaches.
man.
What's the thing with peaches?
Okay,
Anyway.
what does peaches mean to you?
Peaches is the fruit.
It's a fruit, bro. What
Yeah,
are you
the
talking
fruit.
about?
It's a fruit of life?
The fruit of life for all of us.
All right, I like it.
So you moved, right?
Like,
Yeah.
You
let's-
moved.
Let's run it back because I remember you moved next to me for like close to a year. And
Not
then,
even a year, bro.
Not even a year.
Few
So
months.
you just like one day just came out of nowhere. You just go, hey, Charles, I'm moving. So I thought like, oh, you're going to move back. But you go, no, I'm moving to Georgia.
Yep.
What was going through your mind at that time?
I'll be honest with you, bro. I just barely graduated college probably, 6 months ago. So it was after I graduated, that's when we tried to start CTT service. My mind was just like, I graduate college. What am I going to do now? What am I going to do? I'm going to push it. I'm going to make my degree work for me. I'm going to do things. I'm just trying to achieve a high level of, money, a better living, of everything. So I was like, I got to do it now.
What did you
know?
graduate college with?
Information system with a concentration on computer forensic. So, I mean, right now I don't even do that stuff. But
So you didn't have a goal, right? Like right when you graduated, you didn't know what to do.
I didn't know
So
what to
you
do.
like, you know what? I have to do something.
I have to do something.
'Cause I have a son.
Yeah.
Right? I have a girl. Right? I have to
Yeah.
take care of them. Right?
Yep.
So
And-
you were scrambling, right? When
Dude.
you were going through school, did you have an idea at least to like know which route you were gonna take?
Oh yeah, dude! I wanted to work for the FBI. I told you guys that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I applied for the FBI. I went and took the FBI
But you don't
test.
meet the height requirement.
Oh, dude! Barely made the cut.
Got him.
It's you have to be
4'10" or higher.
4'10" or higher. I'm
4'10" and a half.
4'9" and a half. Didn't make the cut. I ain't put on platform shoes. Still didn't make the cut. I was like, bro,
Hey, with the Timbs, right?
the Timbs and everything. But it.
How come you didn't pursue that? I mean, if that was that like
Dude.
your dream or something like that?
That was one of my dreams. I was like, I wanted to be an FBI agent that worked on the field,
Right.
and just something that's meaningful. I wanted to be an FBI agent. I took the test. I didn't pass it, the written test. It was confusing, dude. It was like logistic and some weird stuff they asked you. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna take it back again. I have 1 year to take it back again. And then there's a limitation of what you can do to be a special agent in terms of physical age, and intelligence and all that stuff they try to make you do.
So I'm gonna chime in on that. Those tests, they freaking make you jump through hoops to figure out what they want to hear
Yep.
from you.
Yep.
So I had to do that for physical therapy, and I'm hearing it from an FBI standpoint too. So I'm pretty sure any like crazy profession that requires a license to practice, dude, you have to know your shit before you even go take a test. Cause a test, how much did it cost you?
I don't remember, but I think probably like 200 maybe.
Oh shit!
Wait, it costs money to apply for the FBI?
No, the test.
The test alone.
The test.
I paid $1,000. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so you went for FBI also?
No,
or just
no,
physical therapist?
Physical therapy. So,
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I just want to be clear on that.
No, I really wanted to be an FBI agent, bro. I was like, first it was I wanted to be a police officer, detective, and like doing forensic, going to school, learning the tools and trades to how to pull data, how people hide data. I mean, that's why I'm kind of good at that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So you just go to your Google, your settings, the history, and hit clear history and catch.
Yeah.
That's one aspect of it, but if
You can still
How
you
about
can still bring it
how about
back.
incognito.
I know.
incognito works. to your device itself. But if you're trying to be really stealth, because your router tracks your data. If I have access to your internet, I can see your traffic. I can see where you've been. Even if you do incognito, I can see where you. If it logs your data, I can see this food went to
Oh, shit.
an appropriate website.
Fucking you porn.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, and even your internet service provider, they can look at your log too. So there's other ways you can go around. You can have VPNs, you can have virtual machines that mask it, but they can still.
But it's still traceable.
It's still traceable, but it just makes it difficult for somebody if they really want to trace you, they'll figure all that stuff. They'll jump through all the hoops. But just for kicks, and you're like, oh, if you make it easy for me to look at your history, I can just like pull it up. Oh, this fool was looking at this website, stuff.
How many times a day do you watch porn?
Who, me?
No, I know.
Oh,
Wait,
oh.
why you guys turn straight to me while LT is talking?
Bro, you need to work on your transition, bro. Like, out of nowhere.
I was gonna answer that too.
Right away.
I was about to answer that too.
I pulled a Charles. I'm sorry.
But anyways, about 3 times. Go back.
Damn, that's a lot, bro.
On porn?
Yeah.
I mean,
What porn site you go to? Let me
4 or
answer
5
that.
I have
hours
on
on
my
the
favorite.
toilet. 4 or 5 hours on the toilet.
4 or 5
Oh,
hours.
no. I don't do porn on the toilet. That's sacred. That's sacred.
You know, okay, so when I look at porn, we all do look at porn. I do 2 things. I turn on my VPN. I turn on incognito. But before I do that, I close all the apps. I restart my phone. I know it's a
So
little.
for all the viewers that want to watch porn and not get caught,
Yeah,
let
by
them
your
know.
significant
Wait,
other.
that's just too many steps.
I know. We're just watching
the
clear history.
reason why I do VPN is because that way because the porn site. If you haven't noticed, if you get on it, you get random texts.
Like cookies.
Snapchat, yeah, the cookies they can get you because like if you look at a porn site, if you have Snapchat, you get all these random texts from these porn person trying
That's
to fish.
how they got my number? God
because
damn.
you go-
Yeah, he thought he was getting
Yeah.
popular.
No, like I guarantee you. Okay, from an IT perspective, if somebody comes in reading their computers, it's messed up. I look at it. This fool was on porn. I swear, because you can tell if porn messed up your computer. My old boss, right? He always had a computer issue. He's an old man, right? I'm like, he shows me. I look at it, I think, dude, stop looking at porn, man. Like, if you're gonna do it on some other device because
Right.
his computer is all jacked up, his search thing is all messed up. It changes a lot of your stuff if you're on porn.
How awkward is that conversation when you're going to your boss and like, there's nothing wrong with your laptop. Just stop looking at porn.
No, I didn't say that to him.
Oh,
You should.
I should have, but I'm being honest with you. I'm not afraid of anybody in terms of if you're my supervisor now. I'll talk to you like a normal person. At the end of the day, we're all human beings. We treat each other with respect. You know,
Right.
if you're my boss, cool. You're just my boss for work, but you're not my boss for life.
But
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
same thing for me. I don't pass those guidelines. No, those gray areas or lines that they shouldn't be crossed. Only because it kind of builds that little tension.
Mm-hmm.
But you need a little tension though.
sometimes.
Hey,
All the time, Charles. All the time.
Yeah.
tension makes babies.
Anyway, go back.
anyways.
Go back to you, Keith. Go back to you.
So
Okay.
you wanted to be FBI. You're not in with the FBI.
Right.
But you know so much more now. Do you have any desire to go back to working with the
Nope.
FBI?
Ooh, I like
Reason
that
why
word.
there's two-
Desire.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Main 2 reason. You work for the government, they control you. So I don't like to be controlled. And 2, I make more than an FBI agent now. So it's like, well, I'm gonna work hard for less money. You know, you think about it. I mean, it's a cool job. You get to do your
So what Charles trying to get at is, since that was your dream, would you go back, even though you would make less?
Just to accomplish a dream that
Yeah.
you had when you're younger.
But what Charles saying is, even though you make less, if that is one of your dream, would you go back?
It's not my dream anymore.
It's not your
It's
dream
not my dream
anymore.
anymore.
So
I
more
pivot.
than likely, you want to do something that kind of make you money
Yep.
And make you happy.
and make you happy,
Yeah.
right? So what is your dream now?
Oh, my dream now is basically to be a consultant for businesses. I've been working that. Like, my job is to help people, small businesses, try to help them figure out what's good for their business, control their finance, help them grow as a business. What can I do as my service to help you, advise you financially, advise you marketing and stuff like that. I don't know everything, but I have a few clients right now that I consult with. I communicate with them. I get them in the right places with teams that do accounting, that do taxes. And you know what I do? I become the middleman that play and act as a acting CFO for them. So I basically just consult. So my goal is to be, when I'm old, I have clients that I consult. They come to me and maybe once you guys get all your business going and everything, you say, hey T, we need advice for this stuff. I'll say, all right, let's write up a contract.
So you're
Let's
gonna
do it.
charge us?
So
I'll give you a
consulting.
friend discount. Don't worry.
So what is required to be in a position like you? Like, you know, what is required for, you know, many of the audience that want to get into consulting in business and stuff like that? You know, what hoops and what experiences do you need to acquire before you jump into something like that?
In my opinion, I don't think you need any kind of certification. You need the know-how, and you need to know how to sell yourself and be knowledgeable of what you're telling people. So I don't want to give you bad advice, but I also have a disclaimer saying, at the end of the day, you're making these decisions. So I advise these business owners, business managers, say, I'm advising you. Well, in the contract, I write up, you know, disclaimers and all that stuff. So to do it, you just have to be confident in yourself and just push yourself.
How do you get started? I mean, because you weren't always a consultant.
No.
Like, how did you identify the need and, you know, say, hey, I see your business is doing this and you want to get here. Hire me as a consultant instead of just hiring me as an employee. How did that happen?
Okay, well, it all spawned from my... well, let me give you what I do now, then I can kind of further explain. So right now I'm a senior accounting manager for this company, right? So I grew from this company. I had multiple bosses that gave me and mentored me on accounting and how to run the business. I also look at all the documentation they write up and I learn from it. So these are companies' confidential information that I can read and I learn from it. So everything that my boss, they wrote up documentation, I review it and like, okay, so I learn from it. So everything that's given to me, I actually read through it. I take the time to learn accounting. See, I don't have a degree in accounting, but when I was going to college, trying to be a FBI agent, I worked in an office for doing accounting. So I was kind of like a dual person.
So your experience led you here.
My
It was
experience-
mainly more experience versus your degree or anything like
right.
that, right? That led
So-
you to where you're at.
So my experience just like, I'm always thinking, okay, business improvement. What can I do? What can I do? How can I get this business to be better? And my company allowed me to do a lot of things. They say, you want to try something? Go for it. My boss always say, go for it. They trust me a lot to manage the money, to finance the money. So that's one aspect of what I do now. But also, I also manage a financial for a nonprofit. So one of the nonprofit owner came to me and said, hey, I need help with finance for our nonprofit I'm starting. Could you help me? I say, sure. For a fee.
Just put all the money in my pocket right here.
So how does a nonprofit work from a private company?
What do you mean?
Like from an accounting
It would be a
standpoint?
private company. A
Yeah,
nonprofit would be more.
No.
Nonprofit,
the way it's set up.
I'm talking
right?
about the difference between the two.
They're mainly donation money that are given to them. They don't sell product or service. They have a purpose. So the nonprofit we help trafficking victims come back into reality. So our goal is to help them, people who've been trafficked, to help them come back to society and kind of like integrate back into society.
Okay.
So we have donors that donate to our cause, and then my job is to manage the budget, create the budget, manage the operation financially day to day and all that stuff. And I have an operation manager who handles certain aspect. I do the financial side.
And in the private and public side of things, how does that work?
It just you make a profit.
Yeah.
You have a sales on product or service. Mainly the other business that I manage, we do service. So we do events for clients. That's why I'm here. Next week I'm going to Montage Laguna Beach for one of our event. So Montage Laguna Beach, if you don't know, it's a 5-star resort.
Where?
In Montage Laguna Beach.
Where the hell is
It's a
that?
city. Is it down south and
It's
SoCal?
below
SoCal.
below
Okay.
Anaheim.
Below Anaheim.
So it's right on the coast.
I don't know, man.
Oh, so-
I'm only from Oregon, so I'm sorry.
So what challenges you face, man, as a Cambodian guy? What challenges do you face in your field? I mean, how did you get into it? Was it pretty diverse? Was it like something that you have to pave the way, or you said you had mentor, right? So
Yeah. I had a guy who's he has his own accounting firm, and we hired him to be our acting CFO, and he taught me a lot of stuff. We met every Friday. We sat down, we talked, and I asked him for advice. I just asked him, dude. He just gave me information.
Nice.
So he was my mentor. He wasn't that much older than me. I was like, this dude's not older than me. He owned his own accounting firm. I looked at him. He's a white dude. I was like, man, he can do it. I can do it. Like, okay. And I'll be honest with you. If you're a minority, you have a little advantage too, because you can say like, I strive. I came up. I did a lot of things, But he mentored me. He gave me a lot of information about accounting. I just asked him like, dude, how do I do this? He said, dude, this is how you do it. I said, cool. Once he taught me, dude, I know it. And I started teaching myself.
But don't you agree that they're more open to teaching you if you're asked? If you
you
ask
ask,
the
dude,
questions?
Yes.
The thing is,
The right
don't-
questions.
Don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if you don't ask, you won't know. So
It's like asking a girl out, right?
yeah,
You don't
especially
ask her
ask-
out.
I'll take a no.
She could be
I mean,
like,
100 no's. I'll eventually get a yes.
Dude, if she
Yeah, but
says
if you
no,
don't get up to bat, right?
Yeah.
The answer is always no.
The
If
answer
you
is
don't
always
ask,
no.
the answer is
Yeah.
always no. You know?
I'm always now my mind is like always say, hey, screw it. Like if I want to do something, let's figure out how to do it. Just ask. And I got rejected.
So you handle rejection pretty
pretty
well.
well.
then.
And
I
you-
don't worry about rejection. It's like
You-
if she we talking about work or
No.
Just rejections in general. Just rejections in general.
Yeah, just
No, rejection, bro. Look at
Because
this guy.
like growing up, right?
He's wound up real tight.
Like growing up, right? You kind of have to get rejected,
Mm-hmm.
right? In order to build, like immunity to it, right?
Yep.
So you know, that kind of help out in a way when you go ask for sales, right? Because you're not afraid to ask for it, and if they say no, it's like okay, whatever, you know, you move on, right? You know, you don't
Right.
really dwell on it, you know.
Right.
As with, you know, with some guys, you know, going back to relationship, when they ask a girl out, they get rejected. Man, they're heartbroken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when you go same thing on sales, right? If you're asking for a sale and the customer say no, you're like, oh shoot, how do I come back from that?
So I'm gonna chime in on that as well. I'm gonna ask you the same thing that Toby just asked you. So how do you deal with rejection, and what out of rejection
Why are
do
you
you
asking the same question
Do
I'm
you
asking,
grow from it?
He's
How do you
reframing your words.
How do you grow from rejection? How do you take it?
I take it as a learning, because if I don't get, you have to get so many rejection because
Yes.
there's gonna be a one yes.
Yes.
Because you have to, in my opinion, you have to get rid of all the rejection, all the no's, to pave the way to find that one yes. Imagine you're swimming through a river.
Are we talking about girls?
No,
Are
I'm
we
talking about
Just rejection in
in
general.
general.
Rejections in
Yeah,
general.
whether
Yeah,
it's
okay.
girls, whether
It
it's business,
applies.
it
It
doesn't
applies
matter.
to work and girls.
Right.
Just keep
Anything in life.
The mentality is still
Yeah.
the same, no matter what, you know. Because if you walk in there in a sales call, I'm pretty sure Charles is in the same route, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That you go and then you're like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna try this. This house is good, or whatever. And the customer say, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. That's a rejection.
Yeah, I mean,
know what I mean?
especially if you're going up to somebody's house and they have no intention of selling or buying, and you go, "Hey, you thought about selling or buying?" And you're knocking on doors because back in the days,
Kirby vacuum?
no, when people knocking on the door, it's acceptable. Now people don't like it when you're knocking on the door. It's like, dude, I'm watching TV. Why even bothering?
I don't even
knocking
open
on
the door.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I look at the camera. I think I let them knock. And not.
let them answer, Alexa.
I'll be honest with you, I don't answer because I'm in my boxers at home most of the time.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna open the door in my boxer. I did it one
Have
time though.
you?
I did it one time. Okay, so
It's cold.
This lady, I'm in my boxers. Who's knocking up? Man, all right, screw it. I'm gonna open the door. It was a lady. I was like, oh shit, I'm in my boxers. Look at her. She said, hey, I'm running for a community council. Would you wanna come vote for me? I was like, and I looked at her. No. She's like, oh geez, I'm just straight up. I said, no, I don't want to do a job. She looked at me and up and down. I was like, hey girl, bye. Close the door.
I've opened doors in just boxers alone plenty of times just to see what their reactions are.
Did they laugh?
No, they just look
No.
they just look and then they're like, I just want to see if they got the guts to continue with their sales. Like, solar or as people that come in with Mormons or selling, what else they sell? Vacuums. And
Kirby vacuum.
Yeah, and I'll just stand there like, no, but
think
tell me more.
I think you kind of have to build the discipline for it,
Yeah.
right? You have to kind of build up to it, and then to where you get to a point where rejection isn't a thing anymore. It doesn't bother you, and it goes for across all lifestyle, life.
One thing I want to add to that is like, if you don't go for something, you leave with regret. So like, if we're at the bar or something, I'm like, oh, I want to talk to that girl. At the end of the night, if I end up leaving, you think about that. It kind of transcends. Like, dang, I should have just said hi to her. I could have, or anything, even like approaching somebody.
Right.
You think about that. You leave with regret.
Yep.
I
Every time.
told myself, look, don't leave with regret, man. Like at the end of the day, you just have to try it. And let me tell you a story. It's just, so Jacob was in band, right? And then
Finally talked to his first girl.
No. This is
Man, let the man finish, bro. You always interrupting.
I'm just one
I'm about
story.
to fire you from a
I'll give you-
BFF squad right now.
I'll give you one story, right? So Jacob's in the band. We went to this school to buy I went to go buy an instrument for him, right? I
What
went
kind of
there.
instrument?
he was playing like the trumpet.
I knew it was a flute.
Yeah,
some
so
type of flute.
we went there, we bought it. The teacher, not the teacher, but the girl who's selling it.
Yeah.
She was cute. I was like, dang, she's cute. Okay. And I looked at her like, chicken out. I got scared. I drove off. Like, screw it. I drove off and I'm driving right home. I'm like, you know what? Why am I being a little bitch? You know, fuck it. Turned around, drove back, got in there. Hey, I came back. I just want to see if you want to go have dinner sometime. And she said, no, I'm married. I was like, oh, it's all good though. Nice to meet you. And I walked out, but I drove off. I felt good because if I didn't ask her something, I would not know. Right. And I would be like, dang.
know.
Yeah.
Right.
So I want to hear each and every one of the guys' story when they actually turned around to go talk to a girl.
Yeah.
I want to ask Charles, have you ever experienced anything like that where, okay, you want to talk to a girl, but you didn't do it the first time, but you turned back around to try to go and talk to her, even though you get a rejection?
So there's plenty of times where I want to talk to a girl, but I walked away, and kind of because I was scared. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of time where I walk up and talk to a girl and didn't give a shit what the response was, just because I wanted to say something.
Were you drunk at that time?
No, I was like, you know what? I want to just to see what the hell happens.
Right.
And I just want to see if I have the charisma to go up and talk to them. And I just kind of dare myself. I'll go up there and just when you're not attached to the outcome, you're not afraid.
That is the key.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. I agree with that.
Yeah, because when I go, you know what? I'm gonna ask the question, whether she says yes or no, I'm happy because I did it.
Good.
And then there's time where I kind of just feel like, man, I got to put myself in a position to kind of strike a conversation organically instead of just being straightforward. And I'll try to stand there close to them and
no, you're a creeper now.
Yeah. So it gets that conversation gets a little awkward. Or find somebody hey, help me break the ice. So now I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna talk to everybody the same way. So once you start treating everybody the same way, and you're not attached to the outcome no more because you're yourself, and hey, whether you want to talk to me or not, I'm gonna talk to you, and if you don't, then move aside because there's other people in line to talk to me.
All right.
So
Toby, how about you?
I agree
man?
with Charles, man, because it's a mind shift.
Come on,
right?
don't agree.
No.
I want a personal story.
No. Well, when I was younger, man, I've always talked to everyone. I've always talked to girls. I mean, I've always was a friendly person,
Right.
So, I always small talk, And, asking girls, hey, you want to do this? And I got rejected early a lot,
Yep.
And so, that built character for me. It's like, you know what? I don't care. And like Charles said, I agree with him on the mindset because Charles' mindset is on a level where, his energy really doesn't bother anyone. It's I am me, and that's who I am.
Right.
Whether you accept it or not. So if I'm gonna continue living my life, if you want to come on board, okay, cool. If you don't, that's okay too.
Right.
And it's like a take it or leave it, and it's kind of like I'm gonna do me regardless of what it is. So.
And it took a while to get there.
Yeah, it does, bro. It takes a lot of rejection. It takes a lot of no's. Same thing in sales. I mean, no matter what you do, it builds you, right? And it builds that confidence, right? So when you get rejected, it's more like, man, you don't feel confident enough to go to the next one, right?
So if you want to metaphor rejection, I would metaphor it towards kickboxing, right? You kick this thing 100,000 times. Guess what? You build up callus.
Right.
You can kick it. You can break it eventually.
Right.
So, and to point that out, and my story is not as philosophical as you guys, right? I went to the bank, see this girl.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
remember that one time?
I was talking about this one time, you had to turn around and
So
talk to
you
a
haven't got
girl.
rejected many times then, huh? You remember?
Huh?
Did she saw your bank account?
Yeah, that's probably why.
I was about to say that right now.
Right out of high school, fucking $200. Fuck, man. I ain't gonna date him. She was a teller and shit, She knows what I make and how much is in the account. So that's probably the determining factor of my rejection right there. But yeah, anyways, I turned back around. I was like, you know what? I never know. I'm 19. Fuck it. Let's do it. Because at that time, I don't really know how to communicate and how to express myself at
How old
19,
were you at that time? 19,
19.
Yep.
Yeah, so I just, I'm still in Oregon. I'm like, you know what? I'm out of high school now, so I don't have the high school background. No one knows my background. No one knows I played sports and stuff like that, right? So at that time, I'm like, fuck it. I left, right? And then I drove back and fucking asked that question. Right. Hey, when would you be available? When would you be free to have lunch or dinner? And then she would tell me, but then she would then I'd come back and she would not be there.
Oh, she disappeared.
Wait. Let me get this straight though. So with no like making her comfortable or anything like that, or you just went up and straight up asked
Fuck,
her,
I
hey,
just went straight to ask her, man. I was like,
fucked up right there,
you
bro.
did.
Went to the back.
You fucked
and
up.
like,
hey, man, I'm not fucking.
I'm just saying,
Hey,
man, you
come
fucked
on,
up.
So
bruh.
like, what you call it? You just went in, see her all the time, and then you just came.
No.
out of nowhere.
No. It was just the one time. I never seen her as a bank teller, right? It was like
Okay.
my first week back in
So
in
what's
Oregon.
the first thing you said to her?
Huh?
What was the first thing you said to her? You want to go on a
we're
date? Is
about to
that the
give
first
up.
thing you said?
No. So she was like, "Oh, did you need anything else?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah." You know, my dumb ass said, "Yeah, I need to take you out on a date."
oh,
But you said it serious, or you said
Yeah, I
it as a
said it
joke?
kind of serious, and,
You
and
smile
joking
when
in
you
the
did
same
it?
way.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of the same way I'm talking right now. If you guys seeing me on the camera,
Yeah.
So I said it like that, and then because that's my personality.
So you didn't buffer it. You
I didn't
prepare her
buffer-
for
I-
it.
Hell
yeah.
no.
He was 18, 19.
Dude,
you
he
know,
never
just-
sold anything in his life, you know.
Yeah.
So
I'm
you
not-
have to, right, Charles?
Yeah.
You have to
I don't
prepare him
sell
first.
anything. I'm not a
No, you don't have to
salesperson.
He
sell.
closed right away.
Yeah. You went for the clothes.
You went for the clothes right away, bro.
It gets you straight to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
I
then
guess-
Yeah,
gotta-
but you went
gotta
for
find
the
a
clothes
need.
right. Yeah,
you gotta find a need.
first, right?
Dude,
Yeah,
he was
know.
18, 19 years old, guys. Come on.
You know what?
You know, when I first got rejected, I do remember now. It was in 4th grade.
Okay.
It was in 4th grade. bro.
started early.
I could have went elementary too.
I got to be elementary too.
Okay, we'll talk about this, man. But, you know, it was
Instead, I
in
embarrassed
4th grade.
myself at fucking 18, 19. Fuck.
That's okay.
No, this was 4th grade, bro.
We go through so much embarrassment as guys.
Yeah.
Guys
Right.
go through so much embarrassment. Girls don't realize
But
it.
it's expected of you to make that move.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Because we talk about girls and what they want from us and what actually happens. So we have to do it. Regular guys that are not super, handsome, that are not.
But you don't need to be handsome.
you don't
need to be handsome, man.
You don't need to be handsome. If you're not handsome, you better learn how to talk.
Yes.
Well, even if you're handsome, you don't know how to talk. It drops you down a notch.
Well, handsome people automatically can get it, but then
or
after
you
a
can
while,
move
it drops.
you can move to Georgia and become a 10 over there.
You can move to Laos and be a 20, Charles.
I went to Georgia and I bumped up 2 points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
It's funny. I was telling Mary the other day. I go, hey, you know these girls that are like 2s and 3s in like LA and stuff. You know, the further north you go, man, your rating goes up. You know, same thing with guys. You know, our rating goes
Oh,
up depending
man.
where you move to. You know, so
It does.
You know what I will say with rejections? Like, as many times I have rejections in my life, I've rejected myself way more. Because I always play in my head
Gotcha.
before asking, like, talking to girls, talking to clients, talking to prospects.
Yep.
Like, I think of different ways they could say no to me. And then, like, I talk myself out from actually going out to
Oh, I thought it was
And
going to
that's-
go the
and
opposite
that's
way
a lot
where
of
it
people,
hardens you if they do reject you.
Well,
No.
because that's why a lot of people don't ask the things for the things they want. They always say,
They fear.
"Hey, yeah, like, oh man, I want to go do this," but they never go for it because they say to themselves, "Oh, I can't do it. Oh, this is what they're gonna respond." So instead of paralyzing myself with fear, I take the rejections and be like, you know what? Okay, I see all of the no's or how they could reject me. Fuck it, let's go see what happens. So that's when I get the mindset shift to go like, hey, you know what? I already got rejected 100 times, so let me ask it for reals to see actually, get rejected. So, yes.
Like
So-
I said, bro, you just have to keep pushing, man. A bunch of no's mean a yes will show up one day. Like, I live on that mindset now. Like, just keep going, keep persevering. It doesn't matter, girls, work, job, whatever you're trying to achieve, right? One thing I'm trying to do right now, I'm trying to open a business right now. So I have a partner in Charlotte. We don't know anything about this franchise. Well, we know some, but we're working together to try to open it. She's putting her business online. I'm putting my expertise online with her. We're working this franchise. We're trying to open. It's basically like a workout.
Well, if you want us to support that franchise, you better let us know what that franchise is about.
Oh, that franchise is called Burn Boot Camp. It's
There you
basically
go.
it's a big player in the Southeast region. If you go to Charlotte, North Carolina area, Georgia, the Southeast, Burn Boot Camp is the franchise right now.
Nice.
how do you manage your risk? When you're making these choices to jump. I mean, like, do you think about like, am I gonna make it, not make it, or you say fuck it, I'm just gonna do it?
It's that fucking mentality right now. Like,
We all have it. We all have it, bro. We all have it.
I need that. I need that.
Like that. Like, you need that.
You need that, bro. Because
Call me next time and they say, Toby, I need to do this.
I need a fist bump. I needed the fist bump.
Needed the fist.
All right, go ahead, T. Go ahead.
you need that, bro.
Charles is like,
Because if you don't have that mentality, you're gonna, like Charles said, you talk yourself out of the ledge. You talk yourself back down that pole. You have to try to do it. I'm like, screw it, man. Like, in order to be where I want to be, like, I mean, there's a lot of ups and downs.
so you gotta jump without the safety line.
You
Is
have
that
to.
okay.
The people who are,
Then how are you gonna know if you could fly or not?
Yeah.
Right?
yeah, you have to do it. You just have to do it. Like, failure. If we fail this, we're gonna learn from it, and we're gonna try. Just file bankruptcy. Just saying.
Not financial advice.
7 years? How much to rebound from bankruptcy?
Dude, bankruptcy. What, for business?
Yeah.
Dude, you file bankruptcy. Doesn't even matter after
The next year, you back in.
You
the game?
have bankruptcy on your record, but you can.
But there's ways around
there's
it.
ways
What
around
he's
it.
saying, there's
Okay.
ways around the system, right? You just gotta know how to navigate through it, and you can't do it without a mentor.
You ever notice a business? Somebody you've probably seen it. Somebody
Like Trump?
that open business
Oh, yeah,
and they close
Trump.
down.
Yeah,
They open
yeah.
business and they close down. You're just like, how do you keep opening, closing business?
But it comes down to your squad, right? You
Yep.
gotta have
Yep.
the right people
Yep.
on your team, right?
Yep.
You can't. If you open a business, you cannot do it by yourself.
No,
You
no.
have to have your squad,
hard,
your people
bro.
in place, right?
It's
It's
hard.
like a chessboard, right?
Right.
You got to have your pieces.
So
right?
with me, she has her own business, so she knows how to run the business. She's gonna be the face. We're gonna have her boyfriend being the guy who does the training and stuff like that. I have accounting firms that I work with. I have connections that I talk to, and I get free advice from them. I get free advice from CPA. See, so I'm not a certified CPA, but in my head, it's like, do I need to be a certified CPA to run a business? No, you don't. I have the driven mentality. I have the knowledge, and I have CPAs that I know that are friends of mine, and I talk to them. I ask them, like for example, whatever you guys do, right? Toby, AC guy, right? I call you for all the AC advice. Like
every damn time, every time you call, like, man, this will call me about AC. Right
Yeah,
now.
he never
I
talked
didn't live
about
on the East Coast.
Hey, how you?
Yeah,
how
he never
you and
asked
your,
me, hey, Toby,
how you and your family
how's
doing?
business? How, are you good today?
No.
It's, hey,
Straight to the point.
Toby,
Hey.
my AC down. Okay, what do you want me to do, bro? You want me to fix it from the West Coast? What do you want me to do?
So he doesn't know how to work you up then.
But I did help him fix it.
Okay,
Yes.
so AC story, right? The AC went out. I was like, F, man, I'm pissed. The guy who came to fix it, he's like, oh, you need a new AC. I was like, fuck, how much? 6,000? Fuck it, I don't care. Just I'm about to pay this, right? I texted him, he never responded to me. I finally a week
I'm
later,
busy, bro. Yeah, like I'm at the beck and call. Man. Yeah.
I was like, you my
I got
boy.
shit
gotta
going
respond
on.
the first minute. Yeah.
No, man.
So
Wait. I understand not the first minute, but a week?
A week.
a week, he didn't text me back, right?
A week.
I said, hey,
Bro, this was in the middle of summer, right? And so I'm like, dude, I'm fucking running. I'm like, okay, this is that. He texted, oh shit, I forgot to call T-Back.
And
And,
then-
for everybody that texts me or call me, like, sometime I won't get back to you, but I will.
So a week later, I say, dude, if you don't respond to me, I'm gonna buy this AC, $6,000, bro. And then the moment I say $6,000, who called me? Hey, whoa, $6,000? I was like,
Yeah, because I don't want you to spend $6,000.
I
you know
was
what I mean?
I was gonna pay that fool $6,000. Just fix it. Give me a new AC. I don't care, man. Just do it.
I thought you were calling me to talk shit. So I'm like, you know what? This will call me to talk shit.
No,
The Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, about the Panthers. Right? Okay, go on. What happened?
And then I called this fool, and he said, well, what's going on? So he ran me through the checklist, and I said, I don't know what's going on, bro. Then he told me to check out the box, open it. I was scared because I was like, I don't want to get shocked, man. So we're on FaceTime. We open it. He said, oh, there's your problem. I was like, what's the problem is? He goes, oh, your wire is loose. He sent me to a Home Depot, buy some, what you call it? This twisty thing.
Wire nut. Yeah.
Wire nuts. He said, I call him, all right, you can help me do it? Yeah, I walked through it. Don't worry, you got it. And then he just walked me through it, cut the wires, do the wire nut, close it back, and my AC's working right now.
FaceTime?
FaceTime, all FaceTime.
That's
bro.
right. I'm
Bro.
proud of my BFF right
dude,
there.
like,
Yeah, cheers.
That's how good I am, bro.
That attests to the power of networking.
That's the power to network.
Yeah.
We all have our own thing that we do, right?
We all have a niche.
Like we all have a niche. Like if I have any physical therapy, you know what
That
I'm gonna
remind me,
call?
bro. You forgot to Venmo me, bro. I charge you $5,999 for that shit, bro.
For that fucking bolt and nut.
Hey, I thought we boys, bro. I thought we boys.
Hey, see, the invoice never came through.
See what happened was the email went through a spam.
I know.
And I haven't looked at it.
And then you don't have fax
But you know
machine
what,
at your
man?
house.
Yeah, the thing is, man, you did it because I believed in you, bro. I'm like, man, it's easy. It's not hard, you know.
Right.
And then you had the experience to do it. Yeah, electricity is scary, but
Yeah.
I mean, I believe you. I like do this and it was safe. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
and it saved you $6,000.
That's good advice, you know.
See, now if it was me, Toby would have just been like, dude, pay the guy 10,000.
Oh shit!
I mean, like, even with Charles,
That's true though. That's true though. Charles, you know what a screwdriver is? Nah, bro. Is it this one right here? Nah, bro. That's a plier.
Bro, even with Charles, I called Charles about realtor advice. Dude, this guy helped me buy my first house.
Right.
Like, we talked every day leading up to buying a house. You know,
For how long?
You
2
ignore him
years?
too,
2
huh?
years, bro.
No.
No,
Answer
Oh,
every
you
single-
didn't ignore him?
Whoa, he's
2 weeks.
I guess it's just
You know, he ignores me now after he sold me the house. Just saying. after that, it's like okay, but before, every time, what's up? What you need? What's up? Like, so I called this guy every day, asking about advice because I was going through all kinds. I went through a lot of stuff that I had to deal with, and he gave me financial advice, right? So, and the way it works was right. I'm thinking, how could you sell me a house here in Georgia? You live in Cali. He said, no, I could refer you. I was like, for real? So then I already had a realtor of mine in Georgia, right? I was gonna say, I'm just gonna go with my friend. She's a realtor. He's like, no, let me refer you. I was like, what do you mean? So you're gonna take food out of my kid's mouth? I was like, no. How do I get you to refer me? He said, just give me her information. I'll call her. He what did you call? Text her?
I messaged her.
You messaged her, and then she called me and said, hey T, this Charles guy referred me to you. I know you. I was like, yeah, that's my boy. But the way it works, right, is you got the referral, and you know,
But let's put it in context though. It took us 2 years to get you into position to be able to buy.
Yep.
So it wasn't just like, oh, Charles, I want to buy a house, like, you know, and then I say, hey, you know what? Let me get a referral off this. So we worked on this for like 2 years and doing financial advice and, you know, going ups and downs and everything. And then like when you go, okay, well, I'm ready to buy, I'm like, well, let me get my 25% real quick.
you know, like I call Charles a lot, but even right now, I'm going through a refinance. I asked him about it. I anything for a house, dude. Like I trust Charles. Like, I mean, there's a bunch of people I can trust, right? But being that you're my friend, and you know, I want to make sure I bring the business to my group. So I'm doing a refinance. I don't understand anything about refinance. I'm like, what the heck's all this crap mean? I send this guy to look at it, and he's like, whoa, this is pretty good. I said, you say it's good? Done. I'll do it. I don't even check it myself because you got me, right?
because you have that trust in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You find people you
So
trust in.
if we need a massage, we need to call Sam, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If I ever break my leg, I'm calling him.
Okay, break leg. I don't do fucking massages like that.
I was gonna say
Tony.
like if
I'm
Sam
not a
get
massage therapist.
Oh, you don't do happy endings and shit?
You do sad endings.
Damn it.
I call it Sam endings.
sad ending.
enough, so no neuro massage.
So you're a physical therapist, right?
Uh-huh.
You help people recover from injuries, right?
Yes.
So that's why I thought. So if I ever hurt myself, I'm gonna call this guy. What medicine do I take? Do I take this
I'm
medicine?
not a pharmacist either.
Okay, I'll ask you what kind of exercise should I do? You know, do I need to walk? Do I need to jog? You know, I'm sure you'll answer my call.
I will
You know?
promise you I will answer that call. Yes.
So if any guy need help stretching out, Sam will
it's
be
just
there to
me
stretch him out.
that's ignoring him.
it's just you.
I understand he's busy. I know he's busy. I was like, he's busy.
But you know what?
Bro, I am busy all the time,
I know.
man. I'm from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, I'm always
Yeah.
going, you know. So I don't really have time.
And I
you know?
appreciate you made time for me. Even with the commercial HVAC right now I'm working on, I called him too about it, and I gave him the proposal, and he looked at it. Whoa, he sent me out there to go do it.
fly my ass out there. Yeah.
Dude, like
I want to go to Atlanta,
And I
Magic
still save
City.
you some money.
get your friends, your group that you roll with defines who, like not defined, but shows you
It does,
what.
though.
Well, yeah,
No.
you
You're on the right track. I do.
you're
You,
right.
are the sum of the 5 people you surround yourself by.
Right.
Who's the fifth person?
Lucky, he's in
somewhere.
Mexico right now. you
Lucky
know?
is Mexico.
For all the viewers that are looking who this guy is, you know, he's a stand-in for Lucky. Lucky can't.
Yes.
Just for
Yeah.
today.
You know,
So anytime Lucky's gone, this is little Lucky right
Yeah, a little lucky.
we
got-
picked Lucky up, and then you know, we brought him on board, and he said, "You know what, guys, I need to go on vacation."
Yeah.
He said, "What? We just started."
You know, with the heat wave and everything, he shrivels up a little bit. So this is the new Lucky.
here. We got a little lucky about this.
He's kind of dark like him, dark like him.
You know,
He's like under 5 feet.
And then the stomach's there too. The only thing I say is the stomach.
We don't have a fedora, but we do have a cat.
yeah. I'm not.
You can't take him on all the ride, you know.
the door
You gotta get a booster seat for him.
or sit on your lap.
Hey man, I'll just wait I'll wait for y'all to ride while y'all come back down. How was it?
And for all the ladies that's waiting to see Lucky's handsome face again, he'll be back next month, you know. So
Yeah, that's a long
shout
time,
out to
but-
him, you know. He'll be back, you know. He's on vacations.
Yeah.
Dude, that's good though. He's taking like
He's
time
taking
off.
time off. Yeah,
Bro,
he's taking
like
time off.
so my company, we have this new thing going. We have a new CFO, right? He strive on you work hard. You also should play hard. So unlimited PTO and required 2 weeks off.
Wow.
Right? Required 2 weeks off. I'm serving my 2 weeks right now. I shut down my internet. I told the company
shit.
if the company can't run while I'm gone, you guys we need to fix that because I'm taking 2 weeks off right now. No work. Everything shut off. I put a away email said, contact the person who's covering for me.
Okay.
But I think the mentality in the business world is shifting.
Yeah, yeah, it
It's
is.
not the traditional corporate
Not anymore.
mentality anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it's more like the Google effect, right? Like
Yep.
they have the more like, hey,
Netflix has
Netflix or
things,
whatever
so-
it is, right? It's more like, hey, we're gonna take care of the employees, do this and that,
Dude,
relax, do this. You know,
We're the
it's
strongest
shifting.
asset for a company.
I think it's shifting towards, how the customer's always right, and then I think now it's kind of shifting to we got to take care of our employees, so that way we can treat the customers right.
Right.
Because if the employees aren't happy, you're not going to have happy customers. or clients.
Exactly. So that I think that's where it's shifting right now.
Right.
So would you guys opening up your own business or boot camp, are you going to be able to continue with that mindset of like, you know what, my trainers, my employees, this could be more important than the clients that's signing up that pays the bills every year?
Well, I'm handling the financial aspect of it, so she's gonna handle the relationship. She's gonna be the good cop. I'm gonna be the bad cop. I told her I'm not in the facing. I'm behind the scene dealing with financials, and
I don't think that it's either the employee or customer or more important. I think they're equally important. They just have different purposes,
Roles.
different
Yeah.
roles. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's more like, hey, you are important too, and the employees are important too, and you have to kind of be the mediator in between, right? Hey, how are we going to strike a deal, right? Because
Right.
if the customer is getting the short end of the stick, they're not going to be happy.
Nope.
If the employee is getting the short end of the stick,
They're not gonna be happy.
too. You know,
So-
no one's ever gonna be 100% happy. You find a happy medium. You try to find a
It's-
happy medium.
Yeah, it's more like, okay, well, what can we, if we could strike this deal, can we still move forward? Still
right.
okay. That's how we grow.
So what I'm gonna say is, so that's why I said there's a business model, right? So if the employees follow that business model to a T and they're happy with that business model and it doesn't stress them when they get back home, guess what? They come back the next day ready to work.
You're ready to work.
Ready to work, and then the customers are happy just based off of that alone.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you're working for a company and you're not happy, leave. You have one life to live, right? Why are you gonna go and
dedicate so many time? Yeah.
If you know this company's not right fit for you, go find somewhere else. There's a job for everybody in this world. Either you want to be an employee, you want to run your own business. You just have to find what you're good at and what you're happy with that makes you happy.
But that paradigm that you're talking about, it has to be up to the person, right? Because
Exactly.
We were taught growing up to, hey, you know what? In our culture, right? We were taught to be like, hey, be a good employee, follow the rules, do all of this, and don't talk back to your boss,
Right.
And in our culture, it's you can see it, it's widespread, and so a lot of our culture is more like, yeah, they're the best worker, right? They do all the work, and so like we talked about this in the last podcast, a couple podcasts back,
Yeah, a few podcasts
yeah, a
back.
few podcasts back. But I think that when people are kind of standing up for now, like, is valuing themselves now more. It's like, hey, I'm worth it. And they're getting to a point where they're actually trying to move. Make something happen.
Find the value in yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be cocky. Don't be like
Don't
arrogant. Don't be
No.
overvalue
Don't
yourself.
overvalue yourself.
Don't
confident.
overvalue yourself.
Cocky
Be
and
confident.
confident is two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
It's two sides of the same coin.
Exactly.
Because if they don't like you, you're cocky,
Yep.
right? If they like you, oh shit, this
Man,
guy's
he's confident.
I mean, we all have a little
Yeah,
cocky
yeah,
thing.
no, definitely.
Dude, I got rejected because I was too cocky for a job interview I did. I was trying to.
So they didn't like you.
So that
They
brings
like
up
me.
the fucking very next thing. Okay.
Yeah.
When was your first rejection for a job interview?
Oh, dude, that's a lot.
Oh, okay.
I
I'm gonna
said
tell
first one. I never said
Bro,
all
this
of
is
them.
how they reject you. They don't call you back.
you. They don't.
Oh my god.
That's a rejection.
No, no,
right
no.
there.
Yeah.
So I applied at Target, and they looked at my resume. You know what they did? They were like, "Man, I think based off of your interview and everything, I think you're overqualified."
Oh, that BS that you're overqualified.
overqualified.
You know why they said that?
overqualified bullshit.
When they say that is, you're gonna come in and take my job.
Yeah.
That's what it is. If they say you're overqualified, they're scared you're gonna come in and supervise the job.
So I'm gonna disagree with that because we just used that one for executive assistant.
I like it. Disagree more.
Well, because like we had to tell a guy that he was overqualified just because the position that he applied for, he is overqualified for, because we don't feel like we're going to be able to keep him there for that role for long, because he's going to want to do something more than that role is made for.
It's chess.
Yeah. So we're like, okay, man, this guy is good, but I don't think he's going to stay past a year. And we don't want to come back to this hiring thing again. And that's a lot of work.
Yeah, lucky you're overqualified. I'm looking directly at you, man.
So sometimes you are just overqualified. So, so when you get that rejection, don't feel too bad.
Yeah, I don't feel it's just the fact that the company is not looking for you. You're the right person at the wrong time.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Or you're the right person, but not for that position.
Right.
I like how I give all the information and then they critique me. You know, like I go get all the personal information here.
Well, let me tell you my rejection story.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
All right, he has the rejection story.
I was gonna say it right now, but okay,
so
you go first.
We're critiquing the therapist.
But he's physical. He's not mental.
I guess that's it.
So
that's true.
At my job, I was frustrated because we were going through a lot of changes, and I was like, man, I'm not happy here. I want to try to go do something else. I ain't afraid to leave. I ain't afraid to put myself out there. So my friend, she works at a hospital in Atlanta. Piedmont is one of the biggest hospitals. He said, hey, dude, it's opening. I'll get you an interview. I got an interview with my friend and her boss, right? We're talking, and one question that made them not pick me was like, so how is your employee dealing with you trying to leave? I was like, they'll be fine. I do everything over there. They need me, but I'm just gonna leave. And that was a mistake on my part. I was so cocky. I was like,
so from your experience, it's more like
what kind of answer to a question is that?
Learn how to play.
You can't just go in there and expect to be what you have to play the game, right?
That was my fault too. I thought I was a shoo-in. My friend was interviewing me. She would have hired me automatically, but her boss was like, he's a little too over cocky. And
do you know they record all that shit?
So what?
Well, they gotta tell you though. You can't just record you.
Yeah, no. They tell you. They'll put it right in front of you.
Oh, well, they didn't record me.
I never had a recording interview before.
Nope, not me either.
It depends on your job.
I guess Target's kind of high class like that, I guess. Fuck you, Target.
Well, in California, it's a two-party system, right?
Yeah.
And you have to agree to be recorded in order for them to record it.
Right.
Both parties has to agree.
But
in some state, there's only one party that has to agree, and then that's it.
But when you're there, they're gonna throw it out there. For me, you don't know any better. You're just trying to get through school, right? You're trying to get a job, and it was like freaking like a late night shift, right? Yeah, go ahead and record whatever I gotta say. I'm not gonna hey.
I don't think it's. I think at that time we didn't know what we were capable of. We didn't know what we could do. We didn't know the laws.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was more like a knowledge thing. We didn't know.
We didn't know that we could say no.
Yeah, we didn't know.
It's true. That's
you
true.
can say no to anything. If somebody asks you something, if you feel uncomfortable, just say no. And they'll be like, they'll take back by it. Like, he said no.
But that gains and garners respect too when you do say no.
Because you don't leave it up to them. It's your life. You live it. You try to control the narrative as much as you can beyond whatever you can't control. So if you want to say no, like if I want to say no, I'm gonna say no. Like if you guys ask me to hang out and I say nah, I'm not gonna hang out. At the end of the day, that's my choice. That's what I'm gonna do. I always try to say what I try to know and visualize what I want and try to achieve it. So.
For a 4 foot 10 inch
9.5
bro.
guy, you're pretty damn confident, bro.
I know.
I like the energy you're exuding. You know what I mean?
Dude, you just have to live it, man. I mean, I have my issue too, man. There's some times. I mean, I'll be honest.
Have you tried jumping off the street curb?
Oh, dude, no.
That's like thrilling.
I
dangle his legs a little bit.
I dangle my leg a little bit, and then I push myself off.
No, he sits on the street curb.
I sit on the street curb, and I jump off a little bit. Woo.
Man, I can't believe we know, all of us here at this table known each other for over 20 years.
Over 20 years.
More than
over
20 years.
Over
20.
Over 20 years.
24 years.
This dude probably my entire life.
Yeah.
This guy knows everybody your entire life, man.
His entire adult life, because he never grew after third grade.
I think I was taller than him in third grade. He was taller.
No, he was.
And then I was like, he just shot up, and I was like, did I go down?
But gravity get to me?
Yeah, he always had the midget stature.
Wait, don't let his height fool you though, because he casts a 6 foot shadow.
Oh,
He does.
yeah.
Only on sunsets. And
Golden hour.
Golden hour, boy.
When that sun is hitting low, sun's getting low. I'm like, yeah, this is my time to shine, girl.
Time to shine.
That's when he puts his dick in the shadow. Like, oh damn!
That's
Look at
why,
that.
that's why I go talk to girls. I walk in with a big shadow. Like, ooh.
Do you walk like James Bond, where you like sway your shoulder back and forth and shit like that?
No, I just walk normal, man.
You walk normal?
I'm normal.
What is normal?
Yeah. What is normal? What is a normal walk?
Yeah, what is
Just
normal?
relax. Don't be uptight. Don't be like something up.
Can you
just
tell?
walk.
Can you tell by a person's walk how confident they are?
For the most part, yes. You can tell. I look at their
What
shoulder.
will give it away?
The shoulder.
Their
So,
shoulder.
so the shoulders roll back.
Roll-
You just
as
wanna
opposed
touch
to
me,
Yeah,
Have yourself some more.
Like if somebody has their,
this today.
I like
okay,
it.
so if you're an introvert and you see a lot of introvert, they have the shoulder rolled in.
Yeah.
and
Right.
it kind of like a little. It's like a little hunch, and they're kind of like they're kind of scared. But if you see somebody confident, it's like their shoulders open.
They're more
up.
open.
Yeah,
They're just more like, hey, whatever.
Tell me this, because when I walk, do you feel like it's confidence or not?
Oh,
You got the most confidence I know, even though you got nothing, but it's confidence.
I have 2 inches of sexuality right there,
Dude,
man.
this dude walk with confidence, like he's strutting. You seen him
Strutting
walk?
down the walk.
He's
What the
His
hell?
arm has a little sway, and it's like,
He does the Conor McGregor thing.
yeah, he does.
No. Conor McGregor does the Charles.
Right.
Let's get that
Oh,
right.
I like that.
Let's get
I
that
like
right.
He doesn't know it yet.
So I asked that because I'm an introvert, but a lot of people think I'm an extrovert because when I'm around people, like, dude, that's just draining. I prefer being alone by myself.
You know, I can agree to Charles. I like when I'm out there with my working class, right, with my coworkers and stuff. I'm out there. I'm busy. I talk a lot, and then when I'm at home, I don't want to fucking go to the mall. I don't want to go to a fucking concert. The fuck. So in a certain way, I'm an introvert too, and that might not like me being projective through the podcast. It might not seem that way, but I am, an introvert as well. How about you?
I'm an introvert too.
He lying.
And I have my moments, I mean, for
we
me,
all have our moments.
yeah, for me, I'm more like I could go out there and talk to people and this and that, but yeah, I do need my downtime. I do
Yeah.
need to watch my porn and
What?
stuff.
You could broke his next question.
No. You can watch porn with other people.
Wait. Another guy?
But no, I think for the most part,
You don't watch porn with another guy.
I mean, in the past-
more of
With Marty?
draining.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Marty Kim.
Because there's a different level between introvert and extrovert, and we should go into this on the next one.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that would be a good one.
introvert, you could be introvert, extrovert, meaning that your first primary thing is introvert, which is me, and extrovert is when I'm around people, I like to make people feel comfortable. I like to be myself and make people happy. And by the time I'm done doing all that, when I finally go home,
Oh, yeah.
I need
That's
my
true.
quiet.
That's
dude,
true.
leave me alone. Let me zone out.
Yeah, I like that explanation because I think that's a lot of characteristics that I am myself.
And there's extrovert, introvert, where they like being around people, but they don't talk.
What the
No, there is people that
Can't be
like.
no extrovert and not want to talk.
Think about the people that like to be around people, but they just stay quiet in the corner, and you think they're introverts. Who? But they feed off other people's energy because they want to be around people. Like the people that can't stay home, like, oh, I need to go out, or I need to.
But I don't think that's more extrovert. I think extrovert. We need to look this up, and
Y'all
I think
need
it's a
to-
good
y'all need to
session.
get some
I think we
information
should
on
save
that.
this for the
Okay,
next
okay,
session.
yeah.
But for you, are you an introverted person too, or no?
I'll be honest with you, like I don't really know the difference in introvert extrovert, but
So introvert more you like
Well, you're
to keep to
You're
yourself.
38, bro.
Yeah,
It's
and
about
extrovert
time
more
you
like
know what you
go
are.
out and you.
I only know certain things
You
that
like
I
to
wanna know.
socialize. That's
Yeah.
what extrovert mean. You could strike
Because
up a
you can
conversation with
socialize
the next person.
when need be.
dude, I work at home alone most of the time, right? But I do miss being in an office environment, talking to people. For the most part, I like to socialize.
Yeah. So
Well,
you're
what
an
makes you
extrovert.
more comfortable though?
What makes you more comfortable? Yeah, that's a good question.
I would
Why
say
you keep repeating my question, man?
Because we're BFFs.
BFF boy?
Yeah.
to a certain extent, I do like being around people.
Okay, Sam, just because it's you.
Like
So you're an extrovert.
being around people is good, right? So right now, working at home by myself, it can get daunting. It can get lonely. It can get sad sometimes. So I just pick up, and that's why sometimes I call you guys, and you guys don't pick up. Jerks.
No.
You gotta call a church for
That's a
we
fucking lie.
busy, bro.
He never calls me for shit.
We busy, bro.
I'm waiting for his leg to break, his
yeah.
fucking
You
neck
have
to
to-
fucking be fucking like this.
My leg, arm, something had to break before I
Yeah,
call
before
you.
he calls me.
For 6 years in a row, is my wife, you, and then whoever else that's always on my phone. Like if I wake up and I put my phone on right now, and like if I have missed calls or however long talking, it's always my wife and then T.
So why do you call him so much?
I know. Why?
You don't
Advice for
call,
life.
my favorites.
you only
Advice
call
for
me
life.
for AC services.
And
you don't call
only
him
me
because
for therapy.
You know why? Because he knows I will pick up.
He's like, you know, he's like the guaranteed person. You know
Oh,
what
the
I'm saying?
guaranteed
The
person.
guaranteed.
So you need a shoulder to cry on. That's what it is.
All our
See? Feminine energy.
yes.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh my God.
That's right.
Hey.
Why you guys
That's
acting
right.
like you guys just came up on something? I admit that I have.
No, that's
No, we're
why.
talking about him.
That's what we're talking about
no,
him.
I
We're talking about him.
I mean, like,
I thought you were talking about me.
I mean,
No, you feminine energy, but that's okay. That's nothing wrong with that.
Dude, that's okay.
I'm a more passionate guy, dude. I have energy, and I do need support a lot of times.
Well, energy is not just feminine energy
mean,
or
yeah.
masculine.
Well, think of
energy.
this way, right? So for me, it's a little different. I'm in Georgia, right?
Right.
You guys are my close friend. You guys are 3,000 miles away. Being there in Georgia by myself is a lot. It's exhausting. It can get depressing, bro, because I have new friends there. But at the end of the day,
It's not the same,
It's
bro.
not the same with you guys. The energy we talk to each other.
Right.
Dude, I can have. My friends there are cool, right? We have connection. But when I call Charles, it's like nothing. It's just like I can call him, I can talk to even with you guys. I can call you guys too, and just it still be like nothing.
just bullshit, right? Yeah.
Next time you call me, ask me about how my day is.
Yeah.
Feminine energy.
Feminine
You need
energy.
feminine energy.
I'm trying to be right. Ever since our last session talking about that, Charles say, "Hey, you need to show more feminine energy." I go, "You know what,
You
Charles?
know
You're
what?
right."
Time out.
I don't expect that from you though.
Because
I
he's
got that
masculine
from
energy.
No,
him.
because I'm gonna say shit to you. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm like, quit being a little bitch, bro.
Yeah, no, he does. He does.
I do.
I call
because
him
I'm
for
like,
advice.
dude, pick yourself up, move on.
No,
Don't
he
stop crying.
does do that advice.
You know
I
what
called
mean?
him. He gave me some energy. I was like, and then somehow he got 3 way into the call, and he's like, dude, just don't be a bitch, just do it. I was like, you're right, man. Why am I in my feelings right now?
There you
Yeah,
go.
And I
exactly.
need that because
Yeah.
he does it sometimes, but sometimes he's just kind of like, I'm just tired of this guy.
That's why you call me.
I'm just
No,
tired.
no, no, no.
Here, talk
You
to
need someone to
I'm
say
not-
shit
no.
to you. That's what it is.
No, because like
You
there's
need me
time
to
where
do
I
dirty work.
No, there's time where like I'll say, hey, quit acting like a bitch. Just go do it. But he's like, I'm like, you know what?
But
I
you're
need
not
a-
aggressive
No,
enough.
no,
you know
it
what
is
I mean?
aggressive. It's just that I need a
something
bigger
else.
stick.
I need a bigger stick.
I need a bigger stick.
Small stick, big stick.
Small stick, big stick.
3 inches, 2 inches.
3, 2, 1. Come out to 6.
But I hope you know, bro. Like when I say these things, I don't
don't
try
take
to
it-
be mean.
I
You know
don't
what I
take it
mean?
that
Like
way, bro.
I'm just
No,
like, you
no,
know
you
what, bro?
can't
Like,
take it
you
that
know,
way.
you know
Bro,
what we need to do. Like, hey, man,
Yeah,
pick yourself
like,
up, man.
I
Get going.
call you
know
guys
what I mean?
for that. Like, sometimes I call him. I'm going through like some kind of mild depression, and just like, dude, Charles, man, I call him. Just tell me, don't be a bitch right now. Just like I just said,
And I
tell
do.
me not to be a
And I
bitch,
do.
You know? And he's like, don't be a bitch right now. Whatever you're thinking, you know, I do a lot of emotional stuff. It's like because,
There's nothing wrong with that.
dude, because like I don't have like close friends there like you guys. It's different. I go to hang out with them. It's cool, but it's not the same.
It's a little
Yeah.
different.
It's not the
a little
same.
different.
And the biggest difference between me and Toby is like we're both fixers, but we fix things in different ways.
Yeah.
I like to give options because the feminine energy, I would like to give you 3, 4 options to choose from. Whereas
You know I
Toby
picked
is
the wrong option.
Motherfucker is
Wait.
Wreck-It Ralph.
no, where Toby is like, hey, this one works. Like, why are you trying to think of any other way? Just fucking do this
That's
one.
true.
Yeah.
Like, just do what I tell you because it's gonna work. So, but then with me, I'm like, hey,
I'll go to
And if you don't listen, I'm like,
I'll
all
go
right,
to
go down
Charles
this path,
then.
and then you come back to it. Hey, this all worked. Like, see, I told you.
exactly. And then for me, I'm like, hey, there's 4 different routes that you could take. Which one do you make sense for you?
You heard what I just said, right?
What?
I think I'm just gonna go to Charles then.
You don't want to come to me?
Hey, bro, sometimes people just want to be listened. They just want to be heard.
I
They
do
just want to
listen.
be heard.
I do listen,
no,
but at the same time, I'm like, bro, you got to go down this path. What are you talking about?
It's different.
You a dude.
No, you heard it, and you're like, okay, I heard the problem already. Here's the solution.
Yeah.
Like, stop talking. Here's the solution to your problems.
Right,
Continue.
right. I already know which way you're going already. Don't tell me.
Sometimes it's not about solution.
Right.
It's about me calling because I don't have anybody to talk to. I come off and I call you just to lay it out there. And
Exactly.
just get it off my chest.
Vent.
A vent.
Right? Yeah.
Because
Bro,
sometimes I don't need the solution. I
I
already
got
know
these damn broad shoulders, bro.
Yeah. and you know what? That fucking works in therapy too. That's crazy because it's not about the physical part. Sometimes we forget that we're also therapists. So the therapy part of it is just fucking listening to the residents, listening to the patients.
Bro, look at our fields of expertise. He's a AC guy. Where like, hey, what's the problem? Let me just fix it.
Yeah.
Whereas mine is like, okay, we got to get creative with this shit.
Uh huh.
So
I think for me, it's more like, Yeah, that is my job, but at the same time, I have to balance it and listen to the customer, right? Okay, I'm listening, and then you have to build that interaction. You have to build that relationship, you know. And so once I get that relationship ready, I have that trust. I'm like, hey, okay, you trust me to help you out. You trust me to guide you. Okay, this is what I would do. Right. This wouldn't be. I wouldn't steer you wrong, because if I've been through it, then I would know it. But if I haven't gone through it, I'll be like, you know what? I don't know, bro. Talk to Charles.
Hey, don't do that.
You know,
I don't know.
Don't do that. Yeah, I don't know.
Dude,
if I don't know,
he'll refer
I
you.
won't know. Yeah.
And T does be asking me some random shit.
Dude, man.
Like, dude, we went to buy oyster today, and he's like, "How many's in there? How much is it weigh?" I'm like, "Dude, we were at the freaking store together. Why you ask the
That's
person
his
that
accounting. He's calculating how much each costs.
Bro, my brain works like crazy, bro. This morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, he came in my room. I was asking him all kind of questions with time. Like, dude, my brain is always just working, bro. I'm exhausted a lot of time because
Like, he just wants answers for no reason.
I'm just thinking of a
You know
lot
why?
of stuff sometimes.
Because you're a Gemini, bro.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what it is.
dude. Like,
You know what I mean?
My brain
you
doesn't
have
stop
split
working,
personality.
Man. Oh yeah, definitely.
You
I
don't
agree
even
with
know
that.
who you are. You wake up, you get one teeth.
I agree with that,
At
bro.
nighttime, you get another teeth.
It's
Like, what the
crazy,
fuck?
bro.
So that's why he's named Titties.
yeah, and they come in pairs. They come in pairs.
I mean, titties.
So when you're dealing with T, you have to deal with two teeth, not one. I don't know what T you're gonna get.
I remember why I call him titties now, because I remember I was calling him T, and he didn't answer. I go titty, and he turns around,
Done. Dude, like, I realized it too. I feel like sometimes, like, why am I acting one way and the next day I'm fine? I kind of go on a roller coaster, you know, me, you know, just the way it is. I wondered why myself, like, why am I, some days I'm like, yeah, let's get it. And some weeks I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to lay in bed and do nothing, right? And be in my feelings, dude. Like, I go up and down a lot of that stuff. I don't know why.
Low testosterone.
No,
be, right?
It could be.
It could be because, I mean,
I'm serious.
I've
It
been
could be.
No
lacking
testosterone?
Yeah, I've been lacking.
You need to hit the gym then, bro.
I know exactly. So
No. It's not just about the gym. It's when you get older, your
Right.
testosterone level kind of slows down, right? The development of testosterone slows down. So that way, what his edge was when he's like a go-getter.
I like what you say. What's his
Yeah.
edge? What, I saw that.
You see how he cut me off? He's like,
I know, but you know, I
fucking
tried to
hella
say it.
dirty and shit.
The whole podcast you kept bringing up porn.
Yeah.
And you're touchy too.
I
man.
know.
You're touchy too. You touch here. You just grab a hand right now.
Sorry. Anyways, I'll keep my
going,
hands to
going,
myself.
Keep going. I was listening.
You're
to
full
you.
right now,
If you
aren't
want
you?
some more, bro, go ahead. You know, if you want
No,
some
keep
more.
going. I wanted to hear that testosterone.
But
thing.
yeah, so when you grow older, that testosterone level, your development kind of it develops a lot slower.
Right.
So that drive, that motivation, that to go to the gym, to work out, to get buff, and to do anything in life kind of slows down. So with him, he's dealing with it, and you know it's all about age. It's natural. So I don't hold anything against him. All I could say is at least he has friends like that to just lean on.
I don't agree with that though, man, because I mean, yeah, you get older, right? But at the same time, to keep your testosterone level up, you know, that comes down to that masculine energy that we talked about before. It's more like, hey, you need to do something that's going to make you combative. It's going to make you competitive. You know, you got to keep playing sports. You got to keep you know, weightlifting. You got to keep doing that.
That's
you know
true
what I mean?
too, right? So yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Right. So if you
See, I'll never steer you wrong, bro.
so if you had
The
this,
answer's there.
Answer there. You just got to listen.
yeah, if you had this from the very beginning, right? Like the whole working out thing, the whole drive and everything, it's not that hard to redevelop.
No, I agree with that, bro. Like when I notice like I've been slacking on working out, my drive goes down.
The energy's low.
My energy's low, and I get like, damn, I don't want to do shit.
The other thing too, man, if you play with yourself a lot, bro, it'll fucking kill your testosterone.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Oh,
if you
shit.
do like,
Shit.
I'm serious, bro.
5 times a day. Oh shit!
If you stroking that shit like 3, 4, 5
My
times
arm,
a
bro?
day,
Shit.
You see
bro,
my
I mean,
arms?
your right arm's hella big, bro, but your left arm-
You know, I like how he's touching his biceps.
But what I'm saying is that because it comes down to your chakra, right? It comes down to if you
Am I wasting
masturbate.
it? Am I wasting
No. It because
If
it
you
comes down to your-
masturbate, let me say, if you
Yeah, if you
masturbate, I'm his
masturbate.
BFF.
Yeah.
If you masturbate,
you be the angry one, okay? You be the angry one. If you masturbate, go Sam. Go.
if you fucking masturbate,
Okay. Well, what's the
like
outcome?
No, you lose your testosterone. You lose your masculinity.
you
lose
fucking lose your
creativity.
testosterone and your creativity.
Right.
So how much? What's the minimum or maximum I can do a day? I gotta know.
They say you're not supposed to do it because you retain all of that energy. Because if you masturbate and you release it, yeah, you get rid of all that energy.
I think
don't know. I disagree.
I think Charles disagree. I think I disagree.
You know why I disagree?
I kind of agree.
Maybe because I heard Michael Jackson.
Look this up, bro. It's science.
No, but I heard Mike Tyson said he fucks before every fight because it helps.
said
He has too much testosterone.
So he needs to lower it down.
That's why. Look at fighters, bro. Why do you think that they tell fighters not to have sex or whatever before they fight? No, it's not.
No,
it's not a myth.
What's on MythBuster?
No, because they said that if you fight, you build that testosterone. You have that aggression,
Right.
You know that's testosterone.
Or they could
testosterone is the hormone for men.
Or they could be taking TRT.
What's TRT?
That's like
Steroids.
a performance
Steroids.
enhancement drug just for testosterone.
But you won't
itself.
be able to fight. No.
No, you
Yeah.
would
Oh,
be
you
able to
can?
fight.
Oh,
That's what Tito or was it not TRTs? Vitor Belfort. You remember that guy?
Yeah.
Okay. So he was reading out at fucking like 10-1 ratio. So he has 10 times the testosterone for a regular male his age. Wow. Right? So that's why he was running over
Poor
guys.
girl.
He was running over guys. He was knocking them out. Bam, 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 bam.
And then he's guys and girls.
Oh shit. I'm trying to be serious. And all of a
But no,
sudden.
I want to know why you disagree. You know.
Well, because of what
he
Mike
does it a
Tyson
lot.
said.
Yeah.
No, not 4 or 5 times a day.
You're comparing Mike Tyson, who is an exceptional individual,
No.
to the ordinary guy.
No, because because what I saw on TV where they said they did research and that is just a myth because they don't want fighters to go out the night looking for sex.
BET on what?
No, it was on like YouTube.
YouTube's the
I don't know,
truth.
because my my son trains and stuff, right? And a lot of the fighters at his Muay Thai gym say the same thing. They don't go out and they don't drink. Even drinking, man, lower your energy
drinking
level.
does. Drinking does.
You know what I mean? Drinking
Yeah.
alcohol and stuff, it lowers that stuff, So we don't know it, right? I mean, if you're drinking every day, your testosterone is going to be low, man,
So that brings another point. How about that Mountain Dew Yellow 5 BS? What is that about?
I don't know much about
I don't know much. I mean, I heard about it kills your sperm, but I don't believe it.
I don't know anything about it.
That's just urban legend, dude.
Yeah, I think that's urban legend too.
Plus, I don't drink mine, dude. That shit tastes nasty.
Yeah.
I don't really drink.
You guys drink soda?
Not
On
really.
occasion.
Occasion?
Like, on occasion.
I drink it
Not really.
with burgers, pizza,
I just drink a swig just to taste it. I don't drink. I never drink
or
coffee.
after a shot.
After a shot.
Oh yeah, after a shot. Yeah, you want a little chaser. Yeah, I do that.
I don't know. I don't really do shots, so I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna look into that, like the masturbation
it's-
testosterone thing, because that's interesting. Because we should do a test a whole week and not masturbating, see how it feels.
Okay.
Bro, they said
Challenge
that.
accepted.
Challenge accepted.
I lost.
Damn it, you lost already?
This girl don't live with him.
Right, she lives downtown, man.
I like the way you held my arms like that. Oh,
You know what it is right now? Sam, it's been a week for him.
Yeah.
you too, Charles?
Oh.
I'm just learning what he's doing.
Yeah. So he's learning.
Wait, you know what? We're coming up to the hours right now. Like, this one question I want to ask to you before we end this tonight is because you took the risk when you left Fresno to go to Atlanta. You took the risk when you quit your job to go be consulting, and now you're looking to build a business. Where do you get that little, risk taker or drive?
Yeah. What would you
from
tell
your
the
body?
audience?
Yeah, like how did you came up with it? Like, and because coming from, growing up where you grew up to where you are now, like what pushed you?
Dude, right now, what pushes me is just trying to achieve something that I haven't reached yet. I actually don't know what my end goal is right now. I live comfortably. I make enough to cover bills. I can eat whatever I want. I can go out. I did a whole year of traveling. I did this photography thing. I was trying to find myself. But
Did you find yourself?
I mean, I found myself a little bit, but now it's kind of
Yeah, that's a little bit. It's just the right answer. He's kind of small.
This okay. What were we talking? Okay, so what drives me, right?
Yeah, like what is pushing you now? Because you went from
I like that.
hungry, and what keeping you hungry right now?
You know what's really kind of been pushing me is starting this new business. That kind of reignite my. I'm more of a like I get a new challenge, I try to push through it, and once I finish that challenge, I try to find another challenge. So doing for this business, it kind of plateau. Doing the nonprofit, it's kind of plateauing right now. So I was trying to find a new challenge right now. After my business partner approached me and we were talking about it, I said, "Dude, right now that's my energy, that's my driving
that's
force
his
right now.
hunger.
That's my hunger right now."
So the goal is
Fun
not
fact.
what's pushing you; it's the journey.
It's a journey, and what's the next thing?
The outcome, the
Fun
outcome, the
fact.
journey and outcome.
Fun fact: did you know that masculine energy's purpose is having a purpose in life?
Right.
So for every man and every woman that has masculine energy or more masculine energy, you always have to strive for purpose.
Right.
And if you don't have that, you feel lost. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
dude,
So that's
like-
why in your masculine energy, more, hey, I need to do something. I'm done. And our last guest, Henry, he's saying to me, what's next?
You have
What's
to
next?
find something because,
Yeah.
like, doing those two things at first, it plateaus. It's like it's just now it's mundane. I need to find something new to try. And this new business venture we're trying to do, we don't know much about it. We talk to a lot of owners, and I'm learning a lot. It kind of reignite my my passion of like, okay, it's like I'm trying to solve this. I'm trying to learn from this. It's a new thing. It's a new
The
journey.
thrill too, right?
The journey right now.
Yeah.
So right now I'm on an incline on this journey right now. Once that plateau, I got to look for another investment.
Right,
I got to look for something else. So I'm realizing that I need to always challenge myself
Yes.
and try to push myself. For me, challenging things gives me a purpose. Cause like if I'm solving a problem, I'm trying to achieve something. I'm working on a challenge right now. That drives me, bro. Cause for a while I had nothing challenging, and I was just working at home, waking up, working at home.
So that answers your own question,
Yeah.
right? That focus
Yep.
keeps you from being kind of depressed and,
Yeah.
and that self-loathing
Yep.
stage of your life. So Toby brought up a good point. That's masculine energy, man.
Oh, I got masculine energy.
Yeah,
Damn.
just to repeat my
have
BFF
it.
again.
Bro, I'll never steer you wrong, bro.
Yeah, so it comes around, and then
Call Charles next time and call me. I'll put it in place.
Then it comes right back to Toby.
Wait, let's not get it twisted. You still have a lot more feminine energy.
I
what?
like energy.
So,
But he's like you in a way where you know when to bring it out when you need it.
well, I mean, there's I forgot what's it called, but there's a place where you're at home or comfortable. That's a certain energy, and then when you're in an adaptive environment, like at work or at the gym, you have to bring out the other energy. So when I'm at work or I'm out at the gym or like when I have to deal with business, that's when I got to bring out the masculine energy. But when I'm on my downtime, it stays with the feminine.
So when you're surrounded by killers, oh yeah, man, you become a shark yourself.
Yeah.
yeah, you
right?
have to.
Yeah.
Agree
Okay,
with
so
that.
so,
I
so
agree
that's
with
that's
that.
what your experience, right?
I agree with that, man. Like you have to. I mean, not being a killer, but at least keeping up.
I think so. You have to elevate to the
Yeah.
level
Yep.
where you have to survive. That's
Yeah.
a survival thing.
Find
you know
your
what I mean?
level of where you're comfortable and where you feel like you're at your strongest, and then just keep pushing it. Just keep pushing it, man. Like I tell people,
Would
all
you
the
ever
time,
come back to Fresno?
No.
He
hell
said no. He said hell
Not
no.
even for us.
Not even to visit
I'm
us.
here to visit
Not
right
even
now.
to visit. No,
Visiting.
no,
Okay,
no.
no. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't hate Fresno like that. When you're out somewhere else, you
Your
learn
perception
a-
changes.
Your perception changes about a lot of things. I mean, Fresno's cool. I come back and hang out, but at the end of the day, Fresno don't have what it needs to offer me.
So would you still
personally.
consider Fresno home to you?
Yeah, of course. I still got my Fresno 559 number out there.
He's still
Okay.
a Bulldog fan.
I still Bulldog fan. I
Okay.
still love it. Like
I mean, it's Atlanta Bulldog or Georgia Bulldog.
So you know what you should do? You should challenge us to go out to Atlanta to you.
dude, I've been asked. Well, Charles came. I don't know about y'all.
That's what I said.
Man,
Challenge
he's
us.
still talking about that. Yeah.
And then y'all supposed to come this year. It never happened. I was like, dude, what's up, man? I just,
ran
I was
out of
ready.
money.
He ran out of funds.
Dude,
Ran out of
like,
money, bro.
any of my friends here in Cali and Fresno, once come to Atlanta, they always have a place to stay, bro. I'm like, guarantee.
Airbnb.
You stay with me.
Right next door.
Okay, before we end this thing, and last thing is like, coming from Fresno, growing up in the hood, where you're at right now in your journey, opening a business in a new city where you've been at for the last
10 years.
10 years or
plus
so,
yeah.
you adapted to that culture and lifestyle, man. What would you say to the kids and audience and people listening right now that is thinking about leaving and that is scared to kind of make that jump? What would you say to them?
Man, you took that question right out of my
Ooh, he
mind.
wanted to say that.
You
Dude,
like that, huh?
Yeah.
You like that, huh, Charles? Made you wet.
dude, I said, just do it, bro. Just do it. Just save some money. Go out there. Dude, I'll tell you right now, it took me 6-7 months to find a job. I was hustling. I was working at Lowe's. I was doing night shift just to get by. But then once I found a job that was stable, I got that job temporarily, and I pushed myself to grow in that business. So I'd say right now, just do it. If you have no liability, though, of course, if you have a kid, you think about that stuff. But if you are just graduating, that's the best time for you to go out there and just go for it. Take your shot. You fail, you'll learn from it. you keep going. You know, make friends and just I'd say just take the leap.
Don't look back.
And, you know, you look back and you see where you don't want to be, and you try to leap forward to see where you want to be. That's I always envision myself. Look forward, look ahead, but don't forget where you came from. That's why I come here and I see you guys, I visit you guys, and hang out. You know,
Very nice.
I never forget. I don't talk smack about Fresno over there. I go over there, it's Fresno 559, baby. You know, represent
From No Town, baby.
Yeah, dude, I represent. You know, I say it. I say Cali's still better on some aspect than Georgia.
Right.
The only big difference is Georgia's cheaper to live in. Still,
Right.
You know,
There's peaches over there. We got nectarines.
Yeah,
and
right,
apricots.
right. So,
Peaches, the
so,
peaches is so
over there.
sweet.
so if
It's
the
sweet.
viewers and
Sweet.
listeners want advice, T, how would they reach you, man?
Dude, I have an Instagram and Facebook, but I don't really go on it.
But you gotta shout it out, man.
My Instagram is T3E or 2E.
I don't know. It's not Gennaro B.
No, I changed that out.
That's his AOL
So,
AM chat name.
I mean, if you want to reach out to me, just shout me out my email. That's my full name, THYHENG@gmail.com. Send me an email.
That's so generic, man.
Oh, yeah, you got to be generic. You can't be too crazy. Dude's got like 5 email, random select and all.
No, eight emails.
You know?
8 email?
I'm the only Thy Heng in this world. Or in that.
In the world, damn, that's a bold claim, bro.
Oh, yeah. No, in that Gmail.
Okay.
All right, guys.
All right. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sam, finish it.
All right.
It's a beautiful world or something.
Oh man,
Oh, you can't go
man,
without saying.
everything you're saying, man, it's beautiful, man. I can't even say it like our guy. It's a beautiful thing.
There you go.
It's
It's
a beautiful thing.
You have to do
It's
the
a
hand
beautiful
too.
thing.
You
It's
have
a
to do the
beautiful
hand
thing,
Beautiful
bro.
thing,
It's a
baby.
beautiful thing. It's
I've got to
no. You got to say it with the accent too.
How would I say it?
To our viewers,
To-
it is a beautiful thing, and you got to say it with the hand gesture.
With the hand gesture.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
so-
is a beautiful thing.
Okay,
Like
So
that.
we're just gonna let you know that we're missing Lucky right
Yeah.
now.
right.
to
We're-
all
we're
our
imitating.
all our viewers, man, T story is a beautiful thing.
There you go.
All right.
There you
To
go.
the next session.
All right, guys. To the next session.